Everybody ready? Are we good? All right, Coach, thoughts on these?
Yeah, just really pleased. I had mentioned it to you guys, on Monday at the press conference and on Thursday, that I've been pleased with our team's attitude, the preparation, the work that they've been putting in. We know we haven't been perfect in some games, but I knew we were close, and I told you that over and over again. And tonight we were far from perfect. But when we did put it together, we were humming on all sides, and that's the type of start. 2 weeks in a row, big game. Last week, 11 o'clock. This noon, doesn't matter. They wanted to play at 9. We'd have been ready. But our guys came out strong, and they had a tough mindset. We needed to go back to establishing the line of scrimmage. It's who we are, and to rush the ball for that many yards in the first half was really impressive by our team. I've been challenging the offensive line, the group, to be more consistent and to put it together and be who we are. You got to give an individual shout out to Ray Davis. What a great individual performance. He'll be the first one to tell you. I think he's going to come in here after me. But, the line obviously did a great job in pushing people around, but he made some people miss and ran around some people and threw people and over people, you name it, and give him a lot of credit for some great individual effort. I think once again, as I just told the team, there's still a lot more out there for us, and we're going to need it. We all know who we play next week, and you're going to have to put it all together. And we were close at times today, and it could show you how good of a football team we can be when we do put it together. And I think there's a lot more out there for us, and we're going to keep on working and keep on pushing. I'm really proud of this staff. I think they did an excellent job. I have to give a shout out to all the coaches because they really had a good plan, and the coordinators and the assistant coaches and the players have been working hard, and it's a great team win.
Talk so much about first down efficiency. Ray's first 2 runs of the game, 10 and 19 yards on first down. Did you all change the way you were blocking that up front, or was it just a matter of?
No, we dressed it up different and ran, did some things a little different. But no, we've been running the same plays. We mixed in some good gap schemes, and that opener is a form of a gap scheme, but it's really like a power with a wrap with a puller. It gives them a little bit of candy to look at, and then some gap schemes hit them also later, and so we had them off balance pretty good.
The offensive line's taking, I guess, a lot of heat, for the lack of a better term. What do you think a performance like this on the ground can do for their confidence?
I think it gives them a lot of confidence. It gives them a lot of pride because I know they care and I know they've been working. And I think, last week with the move with Eli to center, I felt like we were getting closer to that and a game under our belt. And Jagger, I don't know how he played today. I imagine he played a lot better than he did last week at guard. And so I think Eli gives us some of that stability back at center that gives us a good starting point.
Coach, that a lot of those other runs did come off the right side of the offensive line.
Yeah, I really don't know, Lonnie. That wasn't by intention, probably by hash or where we were set. But Flaxy has been doing a really good job. He's a big dude, and I don't know. I haven't watched the film yet, but it appeared as we were moving some people off the ball. Yeah.
With the amount of beers that you asked Blue Blue Nation to pound this morning, did you feel like you owed it to them to really give it to Florida in the first half?
I absolutely had to start fast for them, because I asked them to start fast this morning. I think they did. I hope they behaved well, or Mitch is going to give me a scolding. So I hope they behaved. But we jump out at such a strong start, and at the end they were kind of quiet. I'm like, they just come to expect this kind of win now from from us. So no, we always appreciate it. It was a fun environment, and really glad we got off to a good fast start. Sorry, you were here.
Coach, we saw today early on, the defense made some big plays, kept them scoreless most of the first half, and really they're just 2 long drives. Can you talk about when they're on the field that much, just how well they played and some big plays they made?
Yeah, I thought defensively we were really close to having an excellent day. We missed the sack on that drive. It's going to be second and extra long. We have a good chance to get out of that drive. I didn't like the way we finished the last possession offensively and the last possession defensively at the end of the first half. However, we come in here, we talk about it, we get things corrected, and we responded. We get the ball to open the second half, and we go right down and score a touchdown. So I think that really kind of set the tone again.
Segueing off that too, two-star players, Deion Walker and Trayvon Wallace made that big play with the pop and the interception. So what do those two captains bring to the defense and the energy game and the play?
Well, just their leadership, they're captains for a reason. They're really good players, and they're impact players. They're bona fide, SEC, players, what I mean, and could fit in and look the part at anywhere.
Mark, I know it's just one game a year, but to chasing the streak for all those years and now have 3 in a row, what does that mean?
I hadn't thought about that at all. This was such a big game for this moment, for this team, and I'm happy for that team. Our team was, they've just been. I guess I've used that word. I don't want to use it again, but like they just knew that we were close and there was more, and they've been working and working and working, and eventually you want paid off. And we always talk about that, like keep on working, don't ever grow weary of doing right, just keep on working hard and doing things right, planting those seeds, and at the right moment, if you don't, you got no chance. In big games and big moments, and I think we learned a lot, and we have a lot further to go, and we keep this attitude and keep this work ethic, and good things will lie ahead of us.
Mark, you've seen guys like Benny and Lynn do what Ray did today. What's it take for a player to put a team on the back the way he did?
Yeah, I mean, and Ray has another gear, where he has that ability. The first touchdown on the screen, he drugged somebody or ran somebody over for a good 3 or 4 yards or whatever, and then he has that ability to make people miss. And then you saw top end today, so I think he's really a complete back, and certainly has been dynamic with catching the ball out of the backfield.
Before this week, you've kind of mentioned at times he may not have been disciplined within the run. Was that disciplined today?
Yeah, it was there, and I don't want to emphasize that, because Ray is a very coachable young man. We just simply mentioned in one of the games, and he's coming in here. I mean, he has great instincts, great awareness, and a great feel. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I mean, there's discipline with running backs. We're teaching, we're coaching, but sometimes it's between him and God. You know what I mean? Like, they just do what they do, and they see things and have vision. The great ones have vision. And in game 2, we were talking about, he missed a couple that were there. I mean, it's just simply talking about it, watching it, and showing them. But you don't want to overcoach that, because there's times today where it was like, oh, maybe not supposed to go there, but then he goes back and creates an explosive. I think he's a disciplined player. He's a very coachable player, and he has very good instincts. So you don't need to overcoach it either.
Running out of wide receivers there?
Yeah, we were. We'll see. We're getting some guys banged up. Yeah.
What do you think it means for your team moving forward, finally coming out of the game, not really a bitter taste in your mouth?
I think a little bit of joy in there. They needed a little joy. They've been working hard. It's been they've been working hard through the summer, through camp, through the beginning of, the preseason. We talked about it on Monday as a team and a unit, and, continue to play for each other and put all the individual accolades aside. And we talked about walking in that meeting room on Monday and everybody being happy for each other, no matter what they did individually. And I believe every single person bought into that.
Dominant first quarter last week and really first 25 minutes today. The confidence, does it give your guys extra confidence, the hot start, to come out those first few drives and really punch? Does that make
it does, but we got to be able to withstand adversity too. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's going to happen, and we went through a few bumps today and responded the way we should respond. And so, yes, we always want to start fast, but I'm sure at some point it'll go the other way, and we have to also find, and face adversity and handle it the right way.
You've always been confident with Larry. How do you think he played today?
I thought he missed some things, early, and we didn't help him again. We had a couple catches that we should have made, and that might help his confidence too. He definitely late in the game missed one. I don't know. It was through traffic again, and we missed that third down conversion, the 3rd and 3 or 4. I thought it was, it was a poor throw, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was deflected. I don't know if it was vision. I don't know. But we can't have that because we had some guys open.
Well, Monday you talked about Florida being committed to the running game. Your defense hadn't played a rushing attack like this, and they kind of had to get away from it. What were y'all doing well in your fits?
Yeah, I think that was a big part. Yeah, you're right, 29 for only 69 yards there. But, you know, they are committed to run the ball. You saw it even late, you know, with critical moments when we stopped them. You know, they don't get away from. They do what they do, and that's to Billy's credit. You know, he knows what he's doing, and he's a good ball coach. And but you know, we're our guys were dialed in as well. And we got some big guys and could play the run fairly well too. We're not perfect, but we take pride in how we play up front.
What about your guys' secondary? You obviously forced Florida to make more throws after limiting their rush game.
Yeah, I didn't like giving up the the long one. It was a really nice throw and catch. They hit us on some over routes that we had some things we could play better. I don't want to say, MAs or busts and that people run with it the wrong way. They're just some complicated routes that we can play better. We know better, and they hit us on some stuff that, we started adjusting and looking at it and getting it cleaned up on the sideline.
Mark, you're 5-0. What are you pissed about today?
I'm not pissed today, John. I'm not pissed today.
Campaign to go on pass coverage more often now?
Yeah, he probably will.
Is there anything he can't do? I don't know. I've never seen it.
No, I don't know either. He's a pretty athletic guy. He really is. He wears wide receiver shoes. I mean, I saw him out there. I was like, really? He's the only guy that big I've ever seen wearing wide receiver shoes. You know what I mean? So,
All right, folks, thank you. Oh,
yeah.
sorry, Coach.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bring Ray down here momentarily.